What is up, guys? Another day, just a video. At least probably can vlog a bit of day today. Um, Gotta do some work on the bike today. Obviously, I won't go into deep work with the bike because of the build series, but I will be recording at the same time. And whatever other shenanigans I can get myself into. I am a bit stuffy because my sinus has been going out of control lately. But it is what it is. Um, I am sorry that I didn't post. I think for the past week and a half. Can't say for sure, but I didn't post. Anyway, with that, I wanted to do a bit of vlogging this week. I started to record, but a lot of that was kind of with work because when I got home busy. Anyway, I need to manage my time better. I really A nigga need to manage his time better. Plain and simple. But anyway, beyond that, I have a few things I have to do today. So more than likely the video will be on the short end of the stick. But when I remember what I wanted to speak about, uh, I'll speak about it. But I hope you guys are doing good today. I hope everything is going well on this Sunday. Hope I post this Sunday. Hope I can post it tonight, because I don't have to do as much editing, Doing the build series videos and other videos, they take a lot of editing. So, I don't know if it isn't a deterrence, but I have to manage my time better to get them done in a proper time and so on. So yeah, like I said, mainly I want to get some editing out today, whatever. Probably later on in the evening. It's morning right now. I definitely want to finish dropping the engine off the bike. The bottom half, the block part of the bike has the finish drop, even though the video chronologically the video that you're going to get next is when I was repairing the stator. When I'm done with that, then the video will be when I got the bike actually started. I was excited with that, even though doing that led me to where I am now. Not that I did anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, but it's what I learned from it, like the condition of the engine from it, which is wow, is basically an engine issue. What leads me to take down the whole engine if I want to properly repair it, and it would be best that I properly repair it because this is something that I will be streaming down the road extremely fast with. So, yeah. Oh, also I know I mentioned that in the chronologically, I mentioned that I was going to do a temporary job on the SV. I will do that, like get it running, get it road legal and all of that, and drive it for a very short while, like a month, maybe 2 months. Hopefully, no longer than that, because after that, I want to invest some more in that bike and finish it. Basically, do that specific SV in its final form. With me doing that in its final form, I can move on to the Volvo and then stop. Not really stop, but then get on to that P15. I really want to fix the P15. Not fix. I really want to finish build the P15, and I want to get it done properly. You know what I mean? Because just theoretically speaking, or saying, if I wanted to say, hey, you know what, I need a quick bike on the road, running and everything like that, I possibly can get that up and running and fix and look with sense, basically with sense, wired up and everything by the end of next month. But the thing is, because of what I actually want off that bike, I want to be specifically on that bike when I'm working on it, that I have no other distractions when it concerns vehicles, and get it done properly, get it finished. So I'm not going to do that, not at all. Yeah. So yeah, I am not. I want to wait for that because I want to allow myself to learn a lot from the SV, which is kind of funny because it was supposed to be the other way around. I was supposed to learn from the P15 to do work on the SV, but I'm a Pinterest freak. Beyond that, a lot of ideas tend to fly in my head, and I'm particular, you know. So I want I a lot of ideas tend to come, you know, on a usual basis. I do have to contain it and control it sometimes, but I know what I want to do with the SV 650. I know what I want to do with it and how I want to do it. I actually like in let's say about 80%, you know, because the final 20% would be adjustments in the actual fabrication when I'm actually doing it. I haven't done any sketches or anything, but I know what I want from it. I need to do some sketches so I could show diagrams or, you know, be sure about ideas, but, you know, I'll get there. Like I said, I have to manage my time a bit better so I can get all of that done. Only 24 hours in a day, guys, and believe me, those 24 hours are not, they seem not to be enough. But hey, all of the examples we have in the world, we cannot complain about that. We actually don't have an excuse. Because, hey, I may say 24 hours is a short amount of time, but hey, how much time did I waste? Or how much time have I wasted? So, no excuses, you know? So, yeah, I am going, we are going, because you'll be there watching it with me while I'm doing it and watching it and observing it like you are. We are going to get some things done this year on the Shadow Potcakes channel. I wouldn't post a link as yet, but all the fans of art and photography and even videography, but you may experience a lot of that on the channel too, the video part, bit of art part. Hopefully once I stick to my plan and really be diligent on it, so you know you'll experience a lot of that. But when the art channel really, my art channel, my Becoming Rex's channel really wakes up, you know, then I'll put the link in the description and post a few contents because the channels will correspond with each other on certain cases. They would actually act with each other, so you'll learn about it. So you know any of you that likes art-based things, art-based storytelling, and all of those things, Becoming Rex's channel would be the place to go. But like I said, it's one video on that now, but it isn't like an art video. I didn't do my beginning video with that because reasons, quality control reasons. But soon enough, soon enough. Yeah, let me get going from here because I gotta start my day and so on. So, yeah. Basically, um, basically what I did today, I didn't do any that much recording. No, I didn't work on the bike, but reasons behind that. Starting off this morning, basically after I did that, I started recording. I went on a quick drive, you could say. So I had to end up rescuing one friend on computer-related stuff, and rescue another friend on PlayStation 4 related stuff. But in the process, I got to see a bit of the gameplay of a bit of, at least before I get that, at least okay. I got to see a bit of the gameplay for a small game that just came out, that nobody probably knows. But before I mention that, I didn't get to do any recording of it, or I didn't rec- get any recording of it. But yeah, whatever. You can find it on YouTube, gameplays of it. But what I did do, because the person I was by, they were the one that I their system is what I played the Horizon Zero on first, about a year ago when it came out. Just before the Frozen Wilds and so on, and this what got me to really like the game, like a lot, of course. But so I got to show them, a bit of the Frozen Wilds of it, and stuff like that, because he didn't experience the park, mainly because of the other games they played or play, the Monster Hunter, the Division, and so on. But with that said, the Division 2 is what I got to see the gameplay of. Um, it's as obviously a beautiful game, and the AI movement, just the movement alone, and how the AI reacts, man, I kid you not, it's like none other. You know what I mean? It's like no other. The Some AIs, or in some cases, the AI can lay down on the ground, to obviously cause it harder for you to hit them and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, listen, like in GTA world, because that's one of the games that I play the most, and I big fan. It would be, I think that would be an awesome thing to add to or what would have been good to add in GTA. But they would have had to focus even more, on GTA's battle system, which Rockstar didn't. Just to name a few, the stealth system is non-existent in GTA, except what, a few missions. Other than that, the stealth system doesn't exist. If I get within the vicinity of a computer player, for an example, even though I probably behind the wall, behind the object, there's no way there's no way possible for them to have, seen or heard me. They would turn around and, hey, you ain't supposed to be there. And that's Grand Theft Auto. And I feel like they could have done a lot with that system. You know what I mean? And I hope that the next game does does kind of play on that side of the spectrum concerning the game. That they really explore that. They really explore that battle system. Essentially. Anyway, back to Division 2. The gun system, the firing system, the shooting system, sounds, the way the characters move, all of that is like, it really is on another level, based on any other game you look at. Like, seriously, just watching the movements is, it says something, it shows something. The grass effects and all of that, especially if even though it's online, it may not be, yeah, it's a beautiful game. And, I'd like to see more things like that in other games. 'Cause it was fun to watch, plain and simple. It was fun to watch. But after that whole rescuing scenario and so on, I slept. I got extremely drowsy, and I slept. So there may not be as much. I didn't got to work on the bike today. Damn. Yeah, but nevertheless, I will do my best to still do some work before I go to my 9 to 5 tomorrow. Um, so kind of all nighter thing, if anything. I'll try my best to do that because our body tries to shut down, but nevertheless, the body tries to shut down and so on. With that being said, one of my biggest problems that I have noticed that I've been having is controlling my time and sleep better. My body kind of kept shutting down, and it could be a bit of probably fatigue. I could assume that fatigue has to do a lot with it, because it isn't because it isn't all laziness. It isn't all laziness. Um, it has, I think, a lot of fatigue has something to do with it. Like with me posting, me doing videos, me producing more stuff. So but nevertheless, I really am going to try to do more videos and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, nowhere close to it. Yet I wouldn't mind that, but nevertheless, I try to mix my time into getting other things done. Obviously, a lot of my time is allotted to work, probably about 10 hours every day. Yeah, but hey, whatever, right? So I'm speaking on the whole managing time thing. Obviously, if I had the choice, I would have been building, like doing vehicle builds, and not even gaming per se, but doing more vehicle builds all day. Just doing that as a daily thing, as an income and stuff like that. It is something that I do enjoy more. Like I really do enjoy. Like I did, like when getting into, for an example, the SV, dropping the engine, breaking down the engine of that bike, which a few episodes down in that series, was enjoyable. Like really, really was enjoyable. As much as I didn't want to go into that bike, that engine, it was enjoyable doing the work because it had to be done. It is what it is. It is what it is. If the choice was there, I really would have been dedicating way more time into doing builds, building vehicles, repairing vehicles, and having a lot of content on these things on my channel. Also, quickly before I forget, um, I'm gonna finish. Like I said, I'm gonna finish take down the bike's engine, and even so, try to do some other work on it this week. But because I didn't take it down, I wanted to make sure the sizes for the piston. Basically, you see what's like how badly it is damaged. Basically, the connection rod, the bearing rings, and the crankshaft. So that's what I have to actually confirm the damage on. But I have to completely take the engine down. I set up to drop it to get the engine to torque spec when I put those connection rod back on, because if I don't torque anything else, the connection rod has to be torqued right, the head's got to be torqued right, or I would have serious problems with the bike. So I have to do that. Anyway, my whole point of it is, with me getting to that, I have to see what's damaged so I know what I have to buy. But everything that I had towards that, I invested into something else. The stuff that I had, monies that I had ready for it, I invested into something else. I watched that whole thing just now. You so slick?
I didn't know.
I thought you were somebody else for real though. And that's something else. I'll show you about that. I'll tell you about that soon. So yeah. Anyway, I got in late last night. Me and my girlfriend we went to watch the movie Us. Enjoyed it, of course. And came home and basically slept, tired or whatever. But I was still busy helping her with a project that she was doing, and also I kept forgetting that my hand is a bit dirty. Anyway, being working, but anyway, yeah, like I forgot that one of the bolts that to drop the engine with is a bit bigger. It's like I have 21, 22, 24. I think it not I think it's 23 bolt. 23 millimeter socket I'm going to need for that, and I don't have that. And plus it's obviously in a hollow hole, so I'm not getting that out with nothing else other than a 23 socket. So I'll just have to probably wait till hopefully I see my neighbor, because I did not chance to go to the shop to buy one today. See if he has one and go from there, or try to kind of it's one of the bolts that basically is forcing itself, with like using my head for reference. This bolt basically pushes against the engine, and it's basically like on the engine. I might be able to kind of like it out, but I'll try out that out tonight. I'll try that out tonight. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll try my best to get those videos out to you concerning the episodes for the SV build, as soon as possible. Once again, but I would have been doing some work on the bike today. But the last thing I did was basically doing a bit of raking up and cleaning in the yard, because those beautiful dogs that I love so much, came in and thought the garbage were to be thrown over. Yeah. So anyway, did that, cleaned the yard and did some raking up with some leaves and so on. But I'm gonna go try, probably post this and then go edit some videos. I mean, post this and go do some work on this bike, because I really need to get exact parts numbers that I may order the parts, which probably would have to take to the end of this month, me ordering the parts, because as I said, the funds that I had together, because and again, rich as yet, I'm rich, but I'm just waiting for the cash to come. But I got something that definitely wasn't a waste of money. I won on it. I had to wait for a power source for that thing that I got, but when the power source reach, you'll see. You'll definitely see. But so I got a deal on something, and I took that deal. The bike have the weight. Speaking on the bike weighting, I want to say this, that lately, I don't know how much of you, especially builders, go to this, or fabricators, whoever, people who like cars. At this moment, as you may know from my other videos, through me building and working on the vehicles that I have, that right now I don't have any vehicles on the road. I don't mind investing in the vehicles that I'm investing in, because I want them, and I'm happy to invest in them, because it is an end result that I have for them. But with saying that, I've been finding myself like seriously desperate to get on the road, but in a vehicle that I would essentially enjoy. My girlfriend car that you see me in sometimes, yes, that is not mine. It's a Toyota Mark II. I am like a 2001. So it isn't the nasty Toyota Mark IIs, which I probably would have taken from her if it was. Yeah, so it wasn't a twin turbo 2JZ Mark II. I can't. I think it's a JZX engine inside of it or something. But it's a rear wheel drive, which is actually kind of cool that it is a rear wheel drive. But the car isn't set up to even take a corner, really good. It doesn't have a sway bar. The factory shocks and everything, isn't designed for that, which is fine. She hates when I talk about that car like that, but truthfully, the car is designed what it is designed for, and for what it is, it's a good car. It really is a good car. Just isn't my cup of tea. My Aristo, I saw, oh, Saturday when I was to work, somebody pulled up. It was a car full of older ladies, like five older women, mid-aged to old women. Came in this Aristo, the S147, the same body that I had on when I owned an Aristo, my two Aristos, and without a doubt, the car had non-factory factory rims, aftermarket rims, like 18s or something like that. A little beaten up, whatever. The car, seen better days probably, but just the way the car sat, I know without a doubt that that was a twin turbo Aristo. This car, like honestly, even with the body, needs some work, but I could not avoid from like dribbling over that car because I honestly would say that's one of my favorite cars. Uh, I'm glad that I had the chance to own one. I regret selling that, even though it needed some work. I really regret selling it. But I was looking at that and I'm like, if I had the money, those women were not, and I'm sure based on that car and the type of car it is, that was not their car. That was probably like one of their son's car or something like that. Somebody who probably don't even value it, based on its condition. But they would have had to walk home that day if I if I had the money, any money on me concerning that, because I would have bought that from underneath them. But me buying that would have kind of been a problem too, because I definitely would have done some work to that, and but anyway, it is what it is. I wanna when I get one of those again, I wanna take my time also and ZZE that bugger. So, but yeah, it was good seeing one of those because not as much of them are on the road in Nassau anymore, especially the twin turbos. Yeah, so yeah, that was a kind of a good feeling, I had seen that. Yeah, but otherwise, like I said, having that little desperate feeling, but I had to keep remembering that if I invest in any other vehicle right now, and the ones that I could get my hands on, more than likely may need a bit of work. Even if it doesn't need work, using, for an example, the mechanic guy, who they call, like I said, Hots, was telling me about another SV that I probably can get for about a one grand or so. I probably can get the person's down, less than that, but cash in hand speaks. But this SV is running, as I was told. But if I even spend that grand, I still have to spend about 400 or 500 to get a license. So it would throw the whole system off. So it would still take me basically the same amount of time it would take for me to buy the parts for this bike, fix this bike, and put it on the road. And my bike would cost me less based on me having to buy a whole new bike, a whole bike. So it's best for me just to continue on the road that I am continuing on with the SV build. And I mean, I want to do this. I actually want to work on that bike, and it's unfortunate that I got into that. It's unfortunate that the engine needed work with the connection rod and stuff. But hey, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying it. But the only thing I would say is I really, I would have been way much happier dealing with the road right now if I was on either the SV, the modified S70 Wobble, or the P15 Potcake. Obviously, properly and fully built, but that would take time. So, as time goes on, guys, I really do look forward and hope that you be there with me as I build these vehicles, because I hope it entertains you. I'm enjoying it. I hope that I can really reflect that through the recordings and through the videos that I do, and hope that I give you builders, you fabricators, some ideas from the work that I will eventually do on these vehicles. Because everything is almost like in stock form, but I hope you get some good ideas from these vehicles, and be happy to see it, and happy to take them. So hey, get wrenching, You guys, those who know they have, you know who you are that has report projects we hit. You know who you are that has project vehicles waiting to be wrenched on. Guys, get the wrenching. I'm about to get the wrenching. You get the wrenching. And listen, as we go, do have a wonderful day. And I honestly mean that. Have a wonderful day. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I hope to ring that off a lot with good videos, more than I am doing it right now. And of course, guys, I will see you under there. I will see you on the